Okay. In this essay, you're writing about nuclear power. You're going to do four things, four major things. We need claims, we need evidence, we need explanation, why, which we're going to call commentary, and then we have vocabulary. The vocabulary that we're going to use is the vocabulary we went over the other day. Claim, argument, counter-argument, all those words you'll be able to put into this essay, and I want you to underline them when you put them in there, so make sure you're underlining your vocabulary words so I can see what the language you're using. When we talk about a paragraph for this, a paragraph is going to be broken up into A, B, and C. You'll have a claim, you'll have a quote with an attributive tag and a parenthetical citation, then you'll have two sentences of commentary. When I say two sentences of commentary, it could be two or three. If you need three sentences to express yourself, use three sentences. If you need two, use two, but you need at least two commentary. Then you're going to need another quote with an attributive tag and a parenthetical citation, and then two more sentences of commentary. That means in one paragraph, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minimum of 7 sentences. Now, that's why I say 11th grade paragraph should be between 7 and 10 sentences. Because you might have a couple of extra sentences for your commentary, or maybe you want to transition yourself from this paragraph to the next paragraph. Everyone's good with that right now? Any questions? Okay, now we look at the structure of the essay. You have an intro. Use an interesting fact first. We've done that 2 or 3 essays in a row. Then, second sentence, after evaluating credible sources. Finish that sentence. Then make a recommendation where you clearly state, I'm for nuclear power or I'm against nuclear power. There's the only two ways you can be. You can be for it or you can be against it. And even better, if you modify it, I'm strongly for it or I'm strongly against it. You want to make powerful language. This is an exercise in voice, ultimately. You're allowed to write in first person and you're going to use a formal tone, but it's exercising your voice, okay? Then we get to body 1 and body 2. Body 1, you're going to have your claim, you're going to have your evidence, then you're going to have a couple sentences of commentary, then you're going to have another piece of evidence, and then another couple of sentences of commentary. You should have 2 pieces of textual evidence arguing either for or against in that paragraph. Okay? Second paragraph, you have your claim, you have your evidence, and then you have a couple of sentences of commentary. Then, right here, you have another piece of textual evidence, but that piece of textual evidence should be your counter-argument. If you're for it, you want to say, hey, you know what, I'm for it, but there is this negative aspect of it. Okay, when you do that, the way that a counter-argument exists, or how a counter-argument functions, you're calling attention to the other side, and then you're destroying the other side with relevant examples. If I say I'm for it, but this exists, then you have to have a couple of examples that disprove your counter-argument. Can anyone repeat that back to me?
If you're for, what you're arguing, you have to have a couple of counter-arguments to prove.
Well, let's say I'm for nuclear power. If I'm for nuclear power, I say it's a good thing. Then I can say, but it also leaks. Okay, that's negative. Now, it also leaks, but if it leaks, we have things in place to curb that. We have precautions, we have safety measures. Give me examples that disprove that. That's a counter-argument. If you don't have that piece in there, then you're just saying, hey, this is another thing or another side to it. You need the examples that destroy it, that disprove it. That's the way a counter-argument exists. Okay? Then you have your conclusion. You're going to restate your recommendation. You're going to call to action for the state. You say, this is what I absolutely recommend. I urge you to take this action because this, I need a harumph at the end. Okay? That is the structure for the essay. It breaks down in 4 parts. Claim, evidence, explanation or commentary, and then the language that you use has to be underlined. When you come in tomorrow, you should have a source on your desk you should have your notes on your desk. You should have your paper on your desk. So you have your sources, your notes, and your paper, and then you're compiling it together. Tomorrow, at the end of class, this entire thing is due. Now, note, all eyes up here. You see how there's 2 paragraphs? You know how you've been taught the 5-paragraph essay? This is language arts. It is now pretty much an art. I'm not going to tell you you have to have 5 paragraphs. I'm not going to tell you you have to have 6 paragraphs. I'm not going to tell you you have to have 4 paragraphs. I'm going to tell you you have to have the paragraphs you need to successfully get the job done. If you're making a recommendation for someone who's about to go on stage and read the recommendations to the public, do they need a long report? No, they need a concise, clearly written report. Hey, these are the recommendations I'm going to make to you as the public, and this is why. And that's what you're writing for that congresswoman. Any questions? This video will be on www.yourfingerspeak.com. I will send out a remind tonight to remind you that the video is there. Tomorrow, you should have that done by the end of class.